So welcome back to all of you, and thank you for bearing with us. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all the judges that had a difficult job of having to select who the winning team is after that really, really impressive debate on those three topics, for and against, for those three questions. So thank you very much for that. Thank you, Michael Sachs, for anchoring that session. But thank you to the judges that had to debate this. So we have the pleasure of telling you who the winners are for this. And I'm told that we've got a couple of, I think three categories of this. So first, we are going to be talking about the winning teams. So instead of coming up with one team, which is why it took this long, remember we're supposed to be finishing by 4 o'clock. But because you gave us such a difficult task of having to choose, the judges basically opted for one team per question that was posed that we were debating against. So, or that we're debating on. So now my job is to basically just read out who the winning teams were. So for the first question, if I can just find my table here. For the first question that was looked at in terms of should we be introducing the basic grant, yes or no, the winning team in that category is the team that debated yes, that would be team 1. Which was led by Maxwell. I think it's Team Maxwell that Michael referred to as. And on that, the students that participated in that is Sherilyn Salman, Sikolile Makaba, Chioma Amiechi, Disankuna, Matthew Kensett, Ntokozo Butelezi, Kaya Beza. That would be the students that participated there. And I must tell you that each of the students are going to be receiving a voucher. I think it's a voucher from Take a Lot, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just confirm that. Yes, it's a voucher from Take a Lot. So each of you will be getting that for that particular question. And then for the next question, which looked at the vaccines, whether they should be made compulsory or not. And here the winning team is Team 4, that was led by Piecha as the facilitator. And on there, the students that were participating in that team were Lufefe Kwababa, Mgcini Moyo, Bianca Laka, and Dorcas Gonese. Those are the winners of that particular question, but also they will receive the same vouchers as the students. And then finally, in terms of the winning team category, we have in the next question, the final question that was looking at lockdown regulations, whether they were necessary response or government overreach. And the winning team there is Team 6, and there they were led by Cassandra Dunstan. And the students that participated there is Matthew Upton from the University of Pretoria, Nonkululeko Mabaso, University of Witwatersrand at Wits, and Erenev Mandala, Trinity College in Dublin University. So those are the winning teams. So Team 1, Team 4, and Team 6. So I think a round of applause to those that won. And just to remind you that we're going for one team, but because you all did such an impressive job, we go for those. And for me, what I can say to the teams whose names I did not call here is that you didn't do a bad job. I think for me, more than anything else, judges have to make their choice when they do make the choice. And it came to very, very small margins in terms of the teams that won. And I hope the lesson you can take from here is that this is the taste of what it's like to be in government, because you have to be weighing up options that are based on, and I think all arguments had very good basis for that. So more than anything else, it's that you make your choices and you make your trade-offs, and that's what the judges came up with. So thank you very much, judges. Thank you very much, teams, and congratulations to the teams that won. So now the second category, if I can make sure that I've got it. It's the student that was most active on social media. And the name of that student is Msa Mesajwa, who is a PhD student in economics at NMU. And the runner-up there is Xolile Makaba, who is a master's student of economics looking at research at Fort Hare University. And there are 4 students that attended all lessons. That would be the final category of winners here today to be announced. And the 4 that I have these are the students who attended and participated in most of the sessions. Kwena Mabie, I can't disagree with that. Kwena's name kept just coming up in the chats and in the Q&A. Kwena is a Master of Commerce in Economics Development in UCT. The second student that won here is Loveness Mamudika Kekana. I think we even got to hear your voice, Loveness, when you were presenting in one of the teams here. She is studying Master of Commerce in Health Economics at the University of Witwatersrand. And the third student is Xolile Makaba, who is a master's student in economics at the University of Fort Hare. Xolile is the one that won the previous one. And then finally, we've got Sonwabo Namba, who is, I think, studying a master's in disaster risk science at the Northwest University. So those are our winners here today. And thank you all for participating and making this as lively as possible, be it was virtual. And if I can just check in, I guess this is where we also make our closing remarks. I'm not going to take long, but just to say that we hope as Gtac, we really hope that you had a fruitful 3 days that was richer than your classes, because we brought the practical very close to theory. And I think on that score, I would say the winter school has actually reached its purpose. And this format was particularly useful. And I'm sure we'll, as we go forward, we will look at whether we can't have a mix as the lockdown restrictions ease. But we look forward to the next winter school, where we will be meeting you and others that will join us. And we particularly appreciated the fact that we could reach more students this year than in the past, and we could do it cost effectively, and just make sure that the content that gets delivered here is as relevant and as apt as we've done in the other years. And surely there's no way we could have just had a winter school that did not talk about COVID-19 and how it has disrupted us in the way that it has. I'd like to thank our partners. I mean, obviously, the Government of Canada, in terms of the program that they funded us on, that brought us this winter school, which is the 5th iteration of this winter school, but also welcoming our new partner, DPME, in this. Both departments were recipients of the Building State Capability program that the Canadian government has been funding, and we are looking forward to actually including other partners here over and above the departments that are part of the finance family with us: National Treasury, SARS, the SAB, and so on. So let me just thank the students and thank the facilitators, the speakers here, the judges, including our interns that actually helped us anchor and basically guide the students in these debates that we've just had. We've got 6 interns or more that worked with you all to guide you in how you were going to be responding to these real life issues that face governments every day and policymakers. I'd like to thank our speakers. I would also like to thank our advisory panel. I mean, this advisory panel came on board in 2019, and they've been guiding us ever since. And because they are so rooted in academia, they were able to guide us. Professor Michael Sachs is part of that. Professor Stephen Friedman is part of our panel, and so is Professor Tanya Ajam. I'm just naming a few that were participating here behind the scenes, and some of them you've met through the speaking, them speaking to you. Andrew Donaldson, I cannot thank you enough. I don't even think that I've got words for that. I think in Zulu we say "Siswele milomo izinkulungwana," which means I could have 1,000 mouths, but I wouldn't be able to thank you enough, because the winter school was your brainchild, and your continued participation is really a vote of confidence for us at Gtac in making sure that this happens. I'd like to thank Social Mix for this really cool platform that comes with an app and making sure that we speak. And I noticed that whenever there was like a noise there, this is a team that's not been sleeping, guys. That was just been making sure that there's as little tech troubleshooting as possible. I mean, it is life, it does happen, and they've been able to respond very quickly. And also along there, our grounded media that has been helping with some of the communication with this. Last but not least, I'd like to thank the team that put this together. I mean, after months and months, I mean, what you see here is basically months and months of preparation. This team has been led by Elaine Fenter, working very closely with Marie. Marie has been looking at the content and just making sure that things are happening. And Sanita was mentioned on the very first day. Sanita, I think you got quite famous from the DG of the Treasury there for the coffee that you had with him. But Elaine's team, Amanda, Anita, Solofelo, you guys have been great, and we wouldn't have been able to have this without your relentless and working hard behind the scenes. So guys, we've come to the close of our 2021 winter school, and I look forward, and I speak for Gtac when I say I look forward to meeting with you. This winter school has been particularly a proud moment for us, because it also brought our management team, most of our management team, working very closely with the team and making sure that this happens. So thank you very much, and nihambe kahle, be safe. I know it's a short trip back to your life or your couch or something else or another meeting. But thank you so much for participating and being with us. Your certificates of attendance will be, I think, mailed to you next week, during the course of next week. They're sitting there for signature, and thank you for participating. Thank you.
Jerusalema ikhaya lami, ilondoloze uhambe nami, zungangishilana. Jerusalema ikhaya lami, mbuso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana mbuso wami awukholana ilondoloze dawo yami ayikholana mbuso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana mbuso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami. Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana mbuso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami.
Yeah, so thank you.